Dun 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 dun. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's recording.
Hello.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to Sunshine Cellar episode 4, baby. That's what we're doing now.
Episode 4, baby.
Alright, baby.
Well, baby, how's it going there?
Alright, moving on.
What are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about the latest Nintendo Direct that was live on March 8th,
Yeah, March
2018.
So if you're watching this in the future, you probably don't care about us anymore.
Nothing exciting was announced at all.
Speak for yourself.
Nothing exciting. I remember it was like it ended at Splatoon 2 DLC.
Yeah.
After that, I was pretty disappointed by how nothing else was announced after that. So
Yeah.
I didn't even
But
watch
we're
it.
just for Jacob, we're just gonna go through this in order of announcements
and just talk about it
and have fun.
like a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Shut up. We're not. Whatever. So it started off talking about some new 3DS titles, which who here is surprised the 3DS isn't dead?
Isn't one of the games like going to like 2019 or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know why it's still around. Like they had already announced some stuff at their last direct for it, so like I knew we were gonna get stuff for it because we were waiting on Bowser's Inside Story.
Was that announced before the Direct?
They announced it at the last direct.
That's coming out like next year too. Like,
Yeah.
why is that game so pushed far away?
I don't know, but like.
I don't play the 3DS anymore. Since I got the Switch, that's my mobility there.
Right.
I don't need
so like I don't know. It seems a little silly to keep pushing the 3DS to have things, but I didn't.
They might be using it. I mean, most of it's like ports and remakes, isn't it?
Yeah. So like I don't super mind it. I guess.
Well, there's one that bothers me, but we'll get to that one.
Yeah.
There was one that I super wish was
there
on the
was
Switch.
one that I needed. I was hoping they were going to announce it on the Switch,
but
and
that didn't happen.
Probably the same one.
So, anyways, go ahead and start.
Right. So the first announcement they made was WarioWare Gold.
I've never played WarioWare.
Which WarioWare, for people who have played it, is like, it's like a gem. It's a really niche series.
A hidden gem.
I really enjoyed it. A long time ago, I got WarioWare Twisted for my Game Boy Advance, and I remember I would spend a lot of time on it. Basically, if you've never played a WarioWare game, or if you've never seen...
Well, this one's just a collection of, like, the best... Like, it's a best of, right?
Yeah.
I know what WarioWare is. I
yeah.
just never sat down and touched it. I can't, like... It looks like a good, like, kill time game, like a kill 5 minutes kind of game.
Basically, what it is, it's like a series of mini games, and you go through and you just try to complete as many as possible.
You have to, like, react to it, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, so it's like, it'll tell you to move to a certain spot before rain falls and you have to get under an umbrella, or it'll tell you to, like, pop a pimple or something weird. It's Wario stuff, so it's like...
Wario.
It's got some super weird stuff on it. But it's
this one doesn't
fun.
bother me for the 3DS because it's like, first off, I don't think you could do WarioWare, at least not the old games on the Switch, because a lot of them are touching and tilting and all that.
Yeah, it's
kind of
very
stuff.
much a handheld type thing. So I think that one's a good time.
That would be fine to end the 3DS lineup with, but they're going to keep
like,
going.
I think it would be good for the end.
Anything you get to add on the WarioWare Gold, Jacob?
What, me?
Yeah.
All I know is that Wario rides a motorcycle in Smash. That's
Okay.
it.
Solid. That's all the game is in WarioWare Gold. It's just him driving into the sunset
He
for
likes
3 hours.
coins or whatever. I think I played a WarioWare game, or a Wario game, because Kyle wanted me to.
Yeah, I played that one.
And I was like, this is
They're
stupid.
pretty good, yeah. They're pretty fun.
Next one.
Wario's stupid.
Wario's smart. He's got the big brain.
He's like, I'm stupid.
Each brain for
I
his
don't like him.
chin. Okay, go. Go.
The next
He like
game,
farts too, right?
Yeah, it's epic.
Yeah, the next game was Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers.
Okay, so
What is that?
I saw. Okay, so Dylan. I don't know anything about him outside of really his assist trophy. I don't know anything about his game or anything like that. But that game looked kind of fun, to be honest.
It looked interesting. It's like a tower defense action.
Yeah, but
That's how they described it.
But it's not on
Wait,
Switch, so I don't care.
Say the title of the game again.
Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers.
It sounds like, for some reason,
Try to guess what it's about.
It sounds like a baseball game.
Right. Well,
It does sound like one, to be honest.
the way they started it looked like it was going to be a racing game, I kind of thought, when they first announced it.
It looked like one.
But then it wasn't, and I was really confused, and that threw me off. But
It's Sonic, but he's an armadillo and a cowboy.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Like
it looks kind of neat.
It looks kind of neat, but again, it's on a dead system.
Yeah, I've been interested in the series. I just never bought one, and if it was on the Switch, I probably would have picked it up, but it's not, so I'm probably not going to pick it up.
I mean, if it's super cheap, maybe I'll get it for like long trips or something, but I don't know.
Let's just hope that he gets a Switch game one day, and I'll buy that.
Yeah. The next one, which I kind of mentioned earlier, Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story.
Who cares?
It's actually, I know a lot
I love that game.
A lot of people are really excited for this. It's also coming with the Bowser Jr. story, which it's nothing super special. You like build a team of like Goombas and Koopas. And
it looks like Bowser's Minions again,
right?
And I don't really, I didn't really like Bowser's Minions. That was the last 3DS game I actually touched was Bowser's Minions, and I got over it pretty quick.
But yeah, like this is.
I imagine this is the same kind of idea.
This is one of the more looked forward to titles I think that was announced. People are excited to get a port for
the 3DS, I'd say.
For a more current system.
Maybe.
Right.
We're good. They've seen it before.
Yeah. So again, it's nothing new.
Nintendo's kind of lame, isn't it?
Shut up, Jacob. I'm gonna throw you out the window.
The next one is Detective Pikachu.
Yay! Ryan Reynolds, Danny DeVito, at it again.
Pikachu talks and solves crime.
And it's getting a movie next year.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Detective Pikachu. Instead of no, they're not making a Pokemon movie. They're making a Detective Pikachu movie, high budget, starring Ryan Reynolds.
Nuh-uh.
And it releases the weekend after Avengers: Infinity War Part 2.
It's not gonna make any money.
It's not gonna make any money.
Okay.
It's gonna be a total.
Watch out, Avengers! Watch out for Detective Pikachu.
He's coming to get you.
Dude, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, I'll watch it
Is
for
it
sure.
live action?
I want to
or-
see it.
It's live action. I don't know. Well, it might be. I don't think we know yet.
I think it's gonna be CGI.
That's a
live
crazy
action.
cast, though.
I want Ryan Reynolds to play Ash.
I don't.
He
think
plays
it's-
Pikachu.
I don't think it's gonna
Does
be
he?
good.
Yeah, Deadpool's playing Pikachu.
Okay.
Like I think it'll be fun for some laughs and maybe for like nostalgic Pokemon fans it'll be pretty alright. I don't think it's gonna be like a high quality.
Is
movie.
Pikachu gonna be talking?
Yes.
Yes,
He
Pikachu
talks.
talks.
He
He's
talks
a
like a
detective.
human.
I was just like...
He's a grungy middleman. He has a grungy middle-aged man
It makes
voice.
bad jokes.
I can't wait to watch it.
He goes, "Quick attack!"
I don't think I've ever been
and then
excited
he
for a
walks
movie
like 20
before.
steps and he goes,
Quick attack! That noise.
That sounds amazing now, doesn't
He's
it?
getting off when he does it.
But I'm probably not gonna pick it up, but I'll watch that movie.
yeah, I mean,
Louise.
you know, I'll probably watch the movie at some point. I don't think I'm gonna pick
They're on
up the
drugs.
game.
Is
the-
that what I think it is?
The last
I'm crying.
3DS title they
That made me
announced
cry.
was the only one I was kind of excited for, and I was really hoping that they would announce it later for the Switch, and they didn't. But they're porting Luigi's Mansion to the 3DS.
It doesn't. Okay,
The
it's
original,
a remake.
The original.
It is the original. It is a remake, and it looks worse than the original.
And I wish they would have just done it to the Switch. I don't get why they didn't do it.
So here's my thinking process behind it. I think what their idea was that they already have all the assets from Dark Moon. 3DS, they're obviously just trying to keep it alive as long as possible. They might have just said, I guess we'll just make this. And I've seen some people defend it, like why it's on Switch. Like, oh, because they want to use the 3D, because that's what Luigi's Mansion was originally made for. But that's stupid. I love Luigi's Mansion, and I would have loved an actual good-looking remake. I don't know why they keep remaking these games on the inferior handheld. Like,
Right.
when they remade, what was it, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time on a 3DS, like, this looks that much better.
No.
Link looks a bit smoother, but that's about it. It doesn't make much of a sense, really.
And they have so much potential. Like for Luigi's Mansion, they could have brought it to the Switch, and then if people bought it, they could have said, "Hey, we're gonna do another like legit Luigi's Mansion game."
That might be what they're testing too. They might be testing the waters to bring Luigi's Mansion as a bigger franchise.
It's kind of frustrating that they're doing that on
Luigi's
the 3DS.
multiple mansions.
That was Dark Moon. That's what Dark Moon basically was.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons I'm upset about this not being on Switch, but
I'm pretty upset about it, but if it means that we have a chance of getting a Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch, then I'll be happy. If a Luigi's Mansion 3 gets on the 3DS, I will riot.
and probably buy it.
No, I probably wouldn't. I'm not buying this port. I'm not buying any more 3DS stuff. It's a dust collector at
I would
this
have
point.
to be really excited about something on 3DS to get it at this point.
I didn't even pick up freaking Ultra Sun or Moon. I always pick up the new Pokemon games.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick up the Ultras.
But we talked about that on a different podcast. We did, so
Yeah.
let's not bring it up again.
But yeah, that was the end of the 3DS games.
I was very happy it was super short.
Good, yeah.
I was worried it was going to drag on, but it ended pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
So now, after that, we switched straight into the Switch.
Yay! Good leeway there, guy.
All right. So the first
Good job, guy.
the first announcement was Kirby Star Allies.
You can do these directs. John.
Yay!
Now, I don't know if you guys have I played the demo.
I did too.
It looks really fun.
It's cute.
It looks adorable.
How much is it?
It's probably gonna be 60.
What?
I'm not gonna buy it for more than $20.
Yeah,
Kirby is
Kirby.
way too simple of a game for me to put big money into it.
I would buy it if friends bought it. Like, that's the thing. I don't know that I would buy it just for myself right now. Just
Is
don't
it,
have
like,
other things to
multiplayer?
pay for. Yeah.
It's
So,
it's like Return to Dreamland, except more characters. I mean, that's basically what it is.
It looks fun. The demo was really fun. I like the mechanics. Seems like a good time.
My only issue, and this is just an issue with Kirby games, I love Kirby to death. I think his games are like they're so simple. There's like no way you can make a bad Kirby game.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with that is like when I was playing the demo, I just I wasn't thinking. My brain was turned off. I don't. When you play a game, let's throw another platformer out there, Mario, or Shovel Knight or something.
Yeah.
When you play those games, you feel like you're actively making an effect on everything around you,
Right.
or everything, you're in it. When there's a challenge. With Kirby, you're kind of an unstoppable monster. And
I kind of feel like that's part of the appeal to it for me, though. Like,
it's like
there are definitely times when I just want to find a game that is really good and really enjoyable,
Go into a
but
zen.
I also don't have to think about.
It's zen.
And that's one of the things that Kirby's always been really good at for
Yeah.
me.
I just can't imagine myself spending more than $20 on a game like that. Is what I really mean.
Yeah, I don't know that I would do it if it was just me. I think if I knew like even just one other person that got it and was like, hey, this is really good if you wanted to play sometime, and if they had a good like multiplayer type thing set up, I'd probably do it.
I like Marx's back though. I'm a big fan of Marx. I don't know why he's his friend all of a sudden, but
And they're doing the thing. They're bringing in like special characters from the past. You know nothing about
Jacob
Kirby.
is
Oh
just
my
clocked
gosh.
out right now.
Kirby's a stupid baby game.
No, Kirby's for it's a baby game.
Can you really argue that?
It's not stupid though. It's a good baby
It's for
game.
babies.
There's two things that Kirby's good for, and that's for getting kids in the games, and it's really good. It's a zen. It's zen.
And it's super adorable. That was
It's 'cause it's for
the
babies.
cutest thing I've seen in such a long time.
It's for
It's for
babies.
babies.
I still love Kirby though.
Just replace Kirby with a JPEG of a baby, and then you have Kirby. Beautiful.
Just flips and everything like that.
But no, I think it looks good. They're doing some shout-outs to some of the older games. You're getting the painter skill from Crystal Shards.
Do you think they're gonna bring? I mean, it's actually isn't it like free DLC packs they're doing?
I think so. That's what it made it seem
Are we
like.
still talking about Kirby?
Yeah, we
Yes.
are.
Can we move on?
Well, I mean, we got our player guard. We
I
can
mean, we
move on.
can. I was
Jacob's
just
lost
saying
faith.
something else, man. Gosh.
Next one. Next.
The next game is
announcement.
Okami HD.
Yay!
Which I haven't played Okami yet. I'm excited that it's
You
coming
should.
to
It's
Switch.
a good game.
I'm excited that it's coming to Switch because now I'm going to have
Be
a
able to
good
play it.
thing to get it on.
There's a game that's later on that I feel,
I feel
that
like
way.
I've heard of this. I'm gonna look it up to see.
It's
a
about the
picture.
dog.
It's about the dog. That is the most simple way of describing that
I've
game
seen this.
ever.
Yeah,
I
but
haven't
it
played it,
works.
but I've seen it.
It's
Yeah.
very. I mean,
It looks really fun.
I mean, it's like it's
I'll play
it's like a good Zelda game. Is the best way you could describe it. A solid Zelda game.
Oh man, a game
It's
I
like
never
Twilight
played.
Princess if you never didn't become the dog.
Yeah. Hey. All right. Well, that's all about Okami, I guess.
I mean, there's not really too much to say about it. You either know
That's
about it
good.
or you don't. So
we're excited.
the next game I'm super excited for, like beyond excited. We finally got more information for Octopath Traveler.
Ah.
Yay,
Yeah.
a game I can talk about as well.
Yeah. So this game is, I played the demo for a long time.
Same here.
It was so much fun.
Looks pretty.
It is pretty.
Pretty.
It's got cool
Um,
art.
The art is fantastic. The music is great.
Animation's fun.
The characters that they've announced so far are really good. They had 2 characters out in the demo.
That have different play styles. One's a little beefier, the other's kind of a.
One's more of like
Like a
a
speedy-
mage,
yeah.
quick mage type thing, and one is like a tank.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited.
And it's very like Final Fantasy.
Yeah. It's very much Final Fantasy.
It did look.
type.
It reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy VI specifically.
Yeah.
I had a lot of Final Fantasy
It's
VI
like
flashbacks looking at
it's like
gameplay,
the middle range Final Fantasy stuff is
which is the best.
yeah
Better than every fuck Final Fantasy VII. Suck my dick.
Wow, some alright.
No,
Some negative comments on that one.
I'm really excited for this game. They announced 2 new characters that they didn't have out yet. With
Stinky and Binky.
Batman characters.
Yeah, that's their new names.
each character has
One stinks and one
special-
binks.
Shut up. Each character has special outside of combat
Pinky.
abilities and different.
Use your
focus
special
areas.
pink attack.
You know what? Okay.
Time for the next game.
What are the names of the new characters?
The new characters are Alfin.
Alfin.
He's an apothecary, or she. Rather.
Alf.
No, he can.
He's an apothecary? He's
Yeah.
a store?
He can get information from other people. And then Tressa is a merchant and can
Sounds
get
kinda
items.
Nice.
It's really it
That
works
sounds
well
fun.
with
You get
the
to be a
stuff.
merchant.
And then they also went into more detail on the battle system, but I'm not going to talk about that. It's in the direct.
Yeah, download the demo as well and play it.
The demo's really good.
We're all excited. I need to play the demo still, but we're all excited.
It's okay. I pre-ordered the special edition for $100.
Yeah, if you are listening to this podcast and you still haven't, you probably already lost your chance to get it. That is not probably. I bet you they made probably less than 500 of those. So.
Probably. All right, so the next game, Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes.
No More Heroes! You guys know anything about No More Heroes?
I don't.
Oh, okay. So the first 2 games were on the Nintendo Wii, and they got remade and HD'd for the PS3 and Xbox 360. And they are they're very simple beat 'em up games. They kind of drag on a little bit, but the whole idea behind it is that you're playing as a kind of a rough, rude character. And it's very much a video game where it's like it owns its silliness. It goes all as far as you can. This game is a little bit different. It is not a No More Heroes 3. It is a kind of a mix of a really bunch of different gameplays. But I'm excited because No More Heroes kind of disappeared off the face of the earth for a while, and now it's back. So I'm excited and I will buy it.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
There you go.
Yeah.
They don't have much of the. I don't know that. That's fine. It's a little
Yeah.
more on the obscure side, so that's good.
I mean, I'm excited. Like, it seems like it's more third-party support.
It is.
Which is always good. There was a lot more third-party support.
Thank
in this
thank
direct,
God too.
Which is always good.
I
It's a
hope-
smart move.
I like that a
as
lot.
well. Like,
Because, I mean, when you have PS3, when you have, let's say for PS4 and Switch, for example, and, you know, Dark Souls, let's say you're fighting Dark Souls for the first time, you go on the PS4, you get the Switch, you are choosing between having it sit there or having me able to sit there and take it on the go now. And
Right.
if you're choosing
And
competition,
even if you
that
don't take
adds...
it on the go, you can take it to the bathroom.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, well, oh, man,
Like-
I don't know. I feel like that was the fact that Nintendo is now like doing third party stuff is like a really smart move.
It is. So
Yeah.
good for them. All right, onwards.
Speaking of Dark Souls,
Was that the next one on the
next
list?
game on the
Dark
list.
Souls.
That amiibo! That amiibo!
Yeah.
Everyone was like, you know what, we knew we had Dark Souls coming to the Switch, and everyone was, like, we're excited, but there wasn't much we thought they could do to hype us up more. And then they announced
That's the amiibo.
Which this is what I was thinking. It's like so smart of them. Is like they're putting the Nintendo Touch on non-Nintendo
I
games.
can't-
Exactly.
And like
Well,
it's
and
such a smart move
On top of that, it's
on their part.
Mhm.
it's a direct link to the fan base that has taken over the Praise the Sun
Even people that don't own the Nintendo Switch but play Dark Souls are going to end up buying that amiibo.
Yeah, like,
Just to have it.
even people who haven't played Dark Souls know about Praise the Sun at this point.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's crazy.
I don't know if I'm gonna get Dark Souls because I've already owned it on different systems, but I will probably pick up that amiibo just because they made a meme in amiibo. I mean,
I mean, it's great. I
wonder
think it was a
if
where is
you
my
could-
no delay amiibo?
Because amiibos you can like use for in-game stuff sometimes, right?
Right,
I wonder
that's
what
the
you
idea
could-
of
I
it.
wonder what you can do with it.
I think they said.
I think they said it just gives you the ability to use that pose on any character or something
I
like
think
that.
so. It's nothing super special. It's just like, hey,
it's a cute little.
yeah, it's just being adorable.
And speaking of amiibos, just to go back a step on Detective Pikachu, they did also show that the
yeah.
Detective Pikachu amiibo is like 5 inches tall or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's like 3 times bigger than regular Pikachu
Yeah.
or something.
So that's just something that I noticed. I remember it being like, huh, okay, onwards. Sorry.
Right. The next game, I guess, was kind of their headliner game when they were announcing everything. Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah, that one got a lot of
I'm-
screen time.
I'm surprised it's their headliner game. Like, kind of pleasantly though. I really enjoyed Mario.
It looks like
Tennis.
it's.
I like Mario Tennis.
Yeah, I
That was one
enjoyed
game I
it
did
on
play.
Game Boy Color. I think it was.
It looks like it's trying to be something more than another Mario Tennis game. Ultra Smash was awful. Ultra
actually-
Smash was the most bare bone game ever.
I think this one looks really good.
This one looks like it's trying to be something memorable. I think.
Right, and I loved they added a lot of mechanics in. I like that they added the breaking the racket in this time,
Which is smart.
and then the blocking the special shots and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also really excited that they have a way to take all that out too. Like, it was a really good call. I don't know that I'll do that mode when I ever get it, but it's nice to have the option.
And Chain Chomp being playable is my favorite thing ever.
I was so
Seriously?
excited. I was watching the announcement video, and I was like,
How would you do? Just
I'm
like
getting
the
the
whole
rocket
other
he's
cord.
holding
it's
into
just
his
in his
mouth.
mouth. And so I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, Mario Tennis, I'm kind of excited. And then just on the bottom of the screen for like a half second, you just see Chain Chomp with a racket hitting a tennis ball.
When he's holding it like Waluigi would hold a rose in
Like-
his mouth. That's how he's holding it.
I'm so excited.
That's gonna be my only character I play.
Right.
The new meta, Chain Chomp meta.
Right. But no, I'm really excited for this game. It seems like they're doing a lot with it.
And I think they're trying to get some. I don't know if this is Nintendo being ran by people who are actually cool, but I think it looks like they're trying to get some kind of competitive ideal behind it as well.
They're doing tournaments for
An open
characters,
tournament.
and they're doing a pre-launch tournament
where
to let people try it out before the release, which I think is a really good move.
And I will play that, and if I'm into it, I'll probably buy it. I don't know.
will play that if I
It's
have
got some
time.
competition coming out with all these ports, though. It's got some competition coming out, though, so we'll see what happens.
Alright, the next game, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Captain Toad, rather.
Why is it on 3DS?
I don't...
It's.
I mean, it's a 3DS version is already... It's also coming.
Did you play the Wii U one?
I didn't. I saw it.
I did.
I thought it was...
It was cute. It killed.
I didn't want to spend the money on it myself, but I'm happy other people did.
I had I think it was a $40 game, and I had $40 like in my wallet. And I was walking around. It was like I wanted to buy a new game. I bought it. I played it for 3 hours. I beat the first part of the story, and then I dropped it and didn't play it past that. It was a cute time to kill a couple times, but
I heard played the whole thing, really enjoyed it.
it's a puzzle game.
You're right.
It's a niche group of people.
I just don't know that I don't think it's my kind of thing to spend money on like a console.
Yeah, I'm glad it's on the Nintendo Switch. I have no idea why they bothered making a 3DS port.
I don't know.
For all the people that play 3DS, why you gotta bash it?
Because I'm bashing the marketing behind it. Because
I enjoy the 3DS as much as the next game.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I still play it from time to time. Like, I have games on it. I'm not planning on getting rid of it.
But it feels weird when Nintendo. You feel like Nintendo would be pushing the Switch as much as possible, and
Right.
spending time on a 3DS port that I don't think anyone really cares about. I mean, I understand a Switch port. I have no idea why.
Well, and especially if you're doing the Switch port too, I understand maybe it's more like it's a budget option for people that had the 3DS, don't have the Switch, don't want to spend the money for the console, and then saying, hey, you can get this game. I get it from that perspective, and I think, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still kind of an interesting thing.
Right, but if you haven't played it, if you like puzzle games, it's all right.
Yeah, it's
Nothing to raise about.
I haven't heard bad things.
Next game.
So, next game, not much to announce for it. It's Undertale.
This is what I mentioned one earlier.
I'm really excited about this.
I have not played Undertale.
I
I don't know
played
anything
it-
about
I
Undertale.
played it
I
on
am
PC.
excited to play it.
It's really fun. I'm not going to talk too much about
Good
it
review.
just because.
It's really fun. You beat it, right?
Yeah,
You did
I
finally
beat it on.
I remember.
So you can go through different routes on it. There's a pacifist route. I don't remember what the route is. You can kill everything. You can not kill things. The combat is really interesting. You play as like a little heart cursor, and you have to dodge attacks and stuff.
That's already more than I already knew about the game.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. If you haven't checked it out on Steam already, it's
I've been told to
worth
go
it.
into it blind, so I'm going to go into it blind.
Go into it as blind as you can.
I just
I really
remember
enjoyed the story.
when
I just
John
know
played
there's one
it.
character named Sans, and he's kind of a meme. That's all I know.
When John played it, he got to the final boss. You were doing the pacifist run, right?
Yeah, it was on my pacifist
Yeah,
run.
he got to the final boss, and it took him like months to win that fight. Because we took a trip to Colorado, and the whole drive he was just trying to beat this boss battle.
It was sad.
It was hilarious.
I was having a rough time. It's definitely worth it though. It's like I'm excited to replay it. I'm excited to get it on a console. I think it'll be more enjoyable on a console experience.
I might play it on Switch.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I'm
it's
planning
definitely
on buying it. So onwards.
Next one.
Onwards and upwards.
Also kind of exciting. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so excited because this increases the chance of a certain character being added to a certain game.
Yeah.
Where I know we're not supposed to talk about Smash yet. I want to just say this. I just want to say this, and then we drop it, the Smash, before we get into
That's
it.
fine.
Wouldn't
Smash?
it be
What?
hilarious if Crash was added to Smash Brothers, but not in PlayStation All Stars.
Oh my gosh, that would be too good.
All right, then not talking about Smash past that.
Smash.
I'm very excited. I already played Insane Trilogy, but it is a dank game, and I'm probably buying it on Switch too because I want to support that kind of crossover stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to see more of this crossover. I've been wanting them different companies to cross over more because I don't see why they don't.
I also want my Spyro Trilogy remake.
Yeah, I would
please.
love Spyro Trilogy.
Please,
but sadly, that was not announced in the Direct.
Aw, it was rumored to be, but it's too bad, too sad.
All right, the next announcement was Little Nightmares Complete Edition.
It looks like an indie game.
It is.
Have you not heard of Little Nightmares?
I haven't.
Looks really
I didn't
good.
have not before then.
It's on Steam right now.
It's pretty cool.
It's supposed to be like a horror-ish kind of game.
It's a horror puzzle game, right?
I haven't played it, but I've seen gameplay of it. It's sort of it's like it's a horror game, but it's like kind of cutesy as well.
Right.
For what it is.
I might pick it up if I have time to kill one day, but
it's like side-scrolly.
It's got a cool, interesting story that doesn't. It's one of those games that doesn't just feed you the story in text. You kind of pick it up from the environmental clues and whatnot.
which is cool.
Which
I
means that
actually
you can
really enjoy
actually interpret the story different ways depending on how you're playing it.
No cutscenes where I'm constantly mashing the X button to get past.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's mostly exciting because third-party support and all that. Also, they did a cute thing with the Pac-Man amiibo where you can get an outfit, so should be kind of cute.
Cute.
Yay.
Anyway, the next announcement was South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
The best thing about this was the narrator trying his best not to say butthole.
He was very, very specific. The fractured
butthole. It was and the acclaimed game South Park Fractured Butthole is coming to Nintendo Switch. He made it worse.
Yeah, the whole point is it's
just-
supposed to be butthole.
It's like
The fractured butthole.
I don't personally care for South Park. I think
I
Yeah,
played
I
I
never
played
watched
Stick
it.
of Truth. Stick
It's
of
a
Truth
fun
was
game, though.
cute. It was funny. It's
Yeah.
definitely funny. I never played Fractured Butthole, but I don't know. I might pick it up on board one day. But if you when you get. It's alright. I mean, if I'm going to buy a game, I'm going to buy, something that's more
good
focused on the
game.
gameplay than the funny. No, Stick of Truth is still fun, definitely. As a gameplay, I mean, it's basic RPG stuff.
Yeah,
It's something you
I
haven't seen
played
before.
Stick of Truth a little bit, but
You're there, you buy the game if you're in South Park
It's a
humor.
fun new setting to play an RPG type game in, though.
yes,
If you're...
it's unique for sure. If you enjoy South Park, you'll probably enjoy the game.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
If you don't enjoy South Park, don't spend.
Did we ever hear anything about that one? I remember the development team behind this one was making their own Rick and Morty one as well. Do we know more about that?
I haven't heard anything about it yet.
That must have been a while. That was a while ago. Maybe it was just dropped. Who knows?
It might have been.
Well, anyways, onwards.
After this, we got the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
Who cares? Onwards.
Yeah, I mean, they're making it again. And then, Splatoon 2.
Yay!
So, they announced new gear, new stages. They made a big deal about Rank X, saying it
Rank
everyone
X.
should know about it for some reason.
So for Rank X has been a thing that the Splatoon community has wanted a while because a lot of people are S++, infinite, and now Rank X is for those people that are really good. I don't know how anyone is capable of reaching past A+. Please tell me how. It seems like it's impossible.
Get good.
I guess get good. Yeah, get incredibly good and only breathe, eat, and sleep Splatoon.
I guess.
So for those people, great. I am super excited about that new story mode they're adding with the Octolings.
The story mode looked really interesting.
I love the designs of all the characters they showed.
I like the video.
The video was just... It
just felt weird to me.
It is weird. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to make you go, whoa.
It was it was very weird. It was
I like the old dude.
Awkward. The old
In
dude
the
was
video,
great.
That's Captain Cuttlefish.
I don't know anything else with you, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
we haven't
play the
played
first one,
it.
but
You should. It's pretty good.
I just like his stare
I will say
wide-eyed.
the main reason I never got into Splatoon is because I don't think I would play it enough with friends, and there wasn't ever any story mode for me to care to get into.
This is a different...
So the fact that there is a story mode now makes me much more willing to say maybe I'll look at it.
This is basically what Splatoon 2 story mode should have already been, but it's here now.
More
so
about that sweet Splatoon lore or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I think it's nice because they're gonna let people play as the Octolings or whatever, and I know people are excited.
I'm excited about it.
And so, like, you know what? Congratulations if you like Splatoon.
What is the premise of Splatoon?
I mean,
shoot each other.
What you see is what you see is what it is. You have.
But I want to know why though.
What do you mean?
Why,
to win.
Like, why are they shooting? Like, what's the deal
well,
with
the actual,
rings?
well, just like in Overwatch, the lore doesn't matter to the matchmaking you get, but
it matters to me.
Okay, well here you go. I think the main plot of it was like it's way in the future, and some kind of DNA evolution thing. It's got to where kids and squids are same one and the same.
Kids and squids.
I know for at least the original, it's all about it was like a race war between squids and octopus.
It was intense.
And it pretty much was a race war between squid people and octopus people trying to claim territory with their color of ink. That's pretty much what it was.
Terrifying.
Oh,
Yep.
That makes sense. Okay, because squids and octopus.
It makes more sense
the
now,
inks.
though. Yeah.
And it's pretty dank. Can't
who are
wait.
the bad guys? Who are the good guys though?
Well, in the first one, it was Octolings that were the bad guys. But in this one, they're like.
That's wrong though.
But in Splatoon 2.
Squids are evil.
But in Splatoon 2, it's supposed to be like they've gone past that, and they are a one community.
They are one people
But-
now.
but there's-
to kill all of the normie human kids.
Yeah, all the normie squid kids. But yeah, I mean, I don't care about the story. I'm there because the gameplay's fun.
I don't know, yeah. It seems like fun. I've never been interested enough to actually shell out money for it. I may check it out.
Shell, because ocean jokes.
I may check it out now that it has a story mode, but the story mode is an extra paid DLC.
I don't know, why play that if you could just
so
play
I don't know.
Overwatch?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's fine. I understand. I understand why people aren't into it. It's just, I like it.
It looks cute.
But yeah, so the way they did it, they announced all that. They
If
announced
John
Rank
gets it,
X.
I'll
And then there's nothing else.
They shot it over to
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. No,
studios.
John,
I did see the.
I know.
end of
I'm
it.
saying.
John, there is nothing else. Nothing else was announced.
They shot it over to the studios, and they're like, "We have a video," and there was just two Splatoon dudes.
Yeah, and it was
running around
weird.
shooting things.
And that's all. And then it ended. I was like,
That's
okay,
it.
that's weird. All right.
Yeah.
And then we all. So thanks for listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure to watch our Let's Plays and reviews, and we'll see you later.
But
Oh shit! I forgot. Smash Brothers was announced.
Whoa! You pulled the same thing they did.
Oh my god! Whoa!
Yeah, they finally they announced Smash Brothers for the Switch.
I instantly. Okay, let's take it one step at a time. What was when you saw those two squids?
Okay.
Did you instantly know it was gonna be Smash Brothers?
I didn't, but one of my friends did. I remember thinking though, because I'm in a Fire Emblem community, and they announced a long time ago Fire Emblem Switch 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were hoping we'd get information. And so they had like two different times in the direct where they were like, all right, here's a special feature where, I wasn't expecting any information on Fire Emblem. I was kind of maybe hoping for some on the Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
wait for E3 on that one.
But yeah, I figured they would be E3 titles, but I thought maybe we'd get something. But I was like, okay, whatever. But I remember being extremely frustrated because we had just gotten two things about Splatoon 2, and then all of a sudden, they made a big deal about another announcement, and it was just more Splatoon. And I was like, what are you doing?
I remember watching. I was watching on Twitch, and a lot of people were saying like Splatoon 1 port. What the fuck? Because it was the Splatoon 1 trailer that they were showing. Everyone's like, really? They're porting Splatoon 1? Why? And
I had a friend. In one of my. I'm in a lot of chats, and one of my friends just goes, Splatoon. In before it's Smash Brothers.
I knew it was Smash Brothers as soon as it started, because not only one, why would they do Splatoon 1 stuff?
Yeah.
And two, the quality of that cutscene of that short, that was way too high quality to be nothing that wasn't Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Looks better than the actual Splatoon 2 cutscenes.
But I got really excited when they started getting to the point where they're like,
started getting darker and everything like that.
It got dark, and I was like, wait, this is happening.
I knew what was funny was I was watching and I was like, okay, yeah, it's happening. I was like, Smash Brothers announcing it, cool. I didn't think I'd get as hype because I'm calling it. But as soon as there's something about that logo that makes you go, yeah.
Well, they did such a good job with it,
Uh-huh.
especially the way they did it. I think it was a really smart move to do it at the end and put Splatoon 2 at the end with 2 big announcements and then do kind of a psych out into the more Splatoon, because even then you're like, okay, it's probably Smash Brothers, but you're still kind of like, I need to see it sure.
To make sure, yeah, for sure.
And the way they did it and just showed the reflection of the eyes first, and then they showed
sneaky Breath
just
of the
Mario
Wild.
and Link, and then we're like, yo,
Breath of the Wild.
here we go, and then that was the entire trailer.
Yeah, and Breath of the Wild Link was there, which brings up the big question
That everyone's talking about.
Do you think it's a port or a brand new game? Let's go one at a time, and we'll start with John, Jacob, and me.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a new game. I'm excited because I think it is. If it's a port, I'm still going to pay for it because I'm a filthy nerd.
I think it's going to be a new game, but it's going to be for mobile.
Announced to the Switch.
And
for mobile.
And on iOS.
they're faking you out, man.
I think it's going to be a port, an enhanced port.
Okay.
So,
I can be
like how
down for an
Splatoon
enhanced
2 is an enhanced port. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be considered a brand new game, but it's going to have the same engine, same running as Smash 4, with just a whole new, like, built around it. I don't think it's
slightly different lineup and
different lineup, new different stages, bring things back. I think it's gonna be like. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna feel like a new game, and it's gonna feel like Smash 4 at the same time. You know what I mean?
I'd be fine with that.
Really like. I think I'm probably in a minority on this opinion, but I would really like them to bring back the campaign mode they had in Brawl.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about that there in a second.
But, like, there's a lot of things I'm looking forward to with Smash. First off, it's a new Smash game. Like, everyone gets excited for new Smash games.
A new game I could be bad at, yes! Smash that down, B!
Like, Smash is always a fun game. It doesn't really matter. I've played every Smash game, and I've never not had fun playing.
For sure. It's one of the smartest things, in gaming ever.
And, like, I'm not even a huge, like,
beat the crap out of
fighter
Jigglypuff.
game person, but it just, it works.
Smug
it works really well.
Pink ball.
It's so I wanted to bring up why I think it's definitely not going to be like just a port. First off, there's no way it was just a port they'd hype it up like this.
No.
They would know how disappointing that would be if it was just a port that had a Splatoon that had Inklings that's playable. Imagine if that was the case. Like I would probably be angry. I'd be angry. I'd still buy it because I'm a sheep, but
yeah,
I'd be angry.
I'd buy it and then I'd be really furious that I spent money on it.
I'm still having fun though.
How dare they?
So a couple things that lean toward it. One is that is definitely Breath of the Wild Link.
Absolutely.
I am hoping that means we are not only getting maybe more skins, but maybe some new movesets thrown in there.
I think it would be really nice.
My biggest hopes is that Ganondorf is an actual, not just Captain Falcon clone, because you have one of the biggest villains of all time. You're just gonna make him a clone. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just.
Man. And I don't know, man. There's a lot of thoughts going through my head. I thought I had something going with that.
Well, I'm excited to see the roster.
Smash.
There's definitely because if you look at the trailer, they had the outline of several characters. There was definitely Bowser. Donkey Kong was over on the left.
I saw.
Zelda
Stinky
was in there. There's
from
a lot of
Octopath
people in
Traveler.
there. I mean,
no one in that silhouette's gonna be anyone new. That'd be kind of weird if they did that.
Of course not.
Who's hoping that Praise the Sun is in Smash?
Solar.
I think it would be really interesting if they pulled him in.
I have 3 characters I think they're gonna bring in, and I think we should just start talking about characters that we're wanting and predicting.
Okay.
I say all 3 of us should get 3 characters we're calling, and whoever gets the most wins.
What do we win?
The whole channel.
You're going to be on another one of the podcasts.
Oh, say it! I'm in.
All right, I'll start because I got 3. I'm confident are going to be in there.
Okay.
One is Splatoon Inkling. I'm kidding.
The 3 that we saw on the video.
See, that doesn't count.
So I think first off, Waluigi's going to be playable.
Oh my gosh, please.
How much they were pushing a new design on him in Mario Tennis Aces. And how much they're trying to push that game. I think they're not only going to bring in Waluigi, but it's going to be how Wario has his WarioWare outfit. I think it's going to be like a tennis outfit.
Tennis, yeah.
Because not only he's like known for all the spin-off games. So if they based his,
I would be so excited for a Waluigi in Smash.
I would be too. I'm also putting a huge prediction on Cellar from Dark Souls. Not only is that amiibo there, of course, this is me totally just geeking out. I could be talking hot gas out of my mouth.
I mean,
but when I saw that amiibo, honestly, when I saw my amiibo, my first thoughts is, oh my god, Cellar is going to be in Smash. Like,
Yeah.
And my third solid prediction, I'm very confident in Crash Bandicoot being playable.
Crash Bandicoot.
I would honestly.
That sounds silly.
I would be a little surprised if he wasn't playable, but I would also understand.
Well, it's silly because one, obviously, there's a lot of legal. It's probably an expensive character to get,
Right.
but it's just like. Part of me feels like if I said that 3 years ago when Smash 4 came out, people would call me stupid.
I mean, yes, but 3 years ago when Smash 4 came out, we didn't have a Crash game on a Nintendo.
Well, we did, but there was all like
Not
it
a
was like Game
good
Boy
one.
Advance games and stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like cheap ones.
Yeah.
And how much Nintendo's trying to push their third-party support. I think they're gonna try to throw Crash Bandicoot in there.
Their third party has been a huge deal with the Switch.
That could be that. Saying that probably is gonna sound stupid when the game actually comes out and Crash isn't in there. That's probably gonna sound stupid. But
I mean, I'll call you stupid later.
what do you guys think? What are characters you're one or predicting?
Okay, so I'll go next. With how many Fire Emblem characters were in the last Smash Brothers game, I think it would be extremely surprising if we didn't get either the protagonist from whatever the new Fire Emblem game they announced this year is, or Almer Celica from Echoes.
I wish they could. Here's my thing about Fire Emblem representation. I'm the one that's gonna be complaining. Where
Yeah.
I don't mind obviously where you have representation, but I wish
It
more
is a
representation was variety.
Right.
Because
They need to have less Marth clones.
Roy is a Marth clone, Lucina is a Marth clone, and Ike, while not quite a clone, has similar attributes.
Ike was a clone of Roy before Roy was a total Marth clone.
Yeah, and
So like
There were just like a lot of weren't there just a lot of
there
Fire
were
Emblem characters in
7.
there were 6 total, which not only is more than what Zelda had represented, but it was the same amount as Pokemon and only one away from being the same amount as Mario. That does not make sense.
It does make sense because they have been pushing Fire Emblem as one of their stronger titles.
I
They
guess.
announced 3 games last year.
But we're talking about biggest representation. I mean, if you're gonna be honest, there's no reason Fire Emblem should have more than Zelda.
For sure. They should only have 4 or 5 tops, I think. So they'll definitely keep Marth because he's the face of that series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they could get rid of Ike at this point because he has such a big following.
I think from this point on, they're gonna. I think
I think
probably
they'll
gonna happen
bring in
is
the
they're gonna.
protagonists from the new games.
I think they're gonna stick
Keep
with
it that way.
Marth, Ike, probably Robin, and then just have whatever the newest character represented is.
I've heard some talk, because I actually keep up with some of this stuff.
Your uncle's from Nintendo.
Yeah, totally. No, I've heard some talk among some of the Fire Emblem fans that maybe replacing Robin with Celica because she is she uses a sword and magic in a similar way, so she would fill that kind of a slot without having to bring Robin back.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
There's nothing confirmed. We don't have actual sources. We're just a bunch of nerds talking.
Oh, but it's the best kind of talk. I love Smash.
Yeah.
Smash Hype's one of my favorite things on the internet.
It's great. But I definitely think they'll bring at least one character from either the new Fire Emblem or from Echoes into Smash. I think they're going to bring in probably one of the protagonists from Xenoblade 2.
Oh, I think that's a given. I wouldn't even doubt they replace Shulk because, well, I don't know. I remember I was listening to another podcast. Ooh, I cheated on us.
You're a filthy, filthy whore.
I was listening to another podcast where they were talking about it, and then they mentioned some character who was could have some really cool gimmick brought in from Xenoblade 2. I could see them either just adding on with Shulk or just replacing Shulk. But we'll see.
But I definitely think we'll have one of them.
I believe it, especially because Sakurai's a huge Xenoblade 2 fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow his Twitter, but he posted saying Xenoblade 2. He rarely tweets as well. It was his first tweet in 4 months where he's talking about how much he loves Xenoblade 2. He's already put 200 hours into it. And he's the director of Smash Brothers. I doubt he's not going to bring in someone from Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, for sure.
And who else? You got one more character.
I'm going to do an honorable mention tie for third because I don't think that one of them will be in, even though I want them to.
Mm-hmm.
I would really enjoy if they brought in someone from Octopath Traveler. I think it would be great.
I see some trophies happening.
I see some trophies happening. I would love a playable character, but I don't think it will happen. If they brought in a playable character, it would probably be either Primrose or Ulberich. I think is the dude's name.
Yeah, one of the two demo players.
One of the two from the demo. I would put my money on Ulberich. I don't think either of them are going to be playable, though. So for the one that I think might actually have a chance of being playable, maybe someone from the new Pokemon game that they're gonna have on console.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't think about that.
I would love to see a return of like a Pokemon trainer type thing. I thought that was a really cool thing. If they changed
We
it
both
up.
had something to say. We both
Like, it's not. I don't think it was a great like how they did it. I just like the idea of having a Pokemon trainer in there.
I see. Well, I know with the Switch being a more powerful console, I already see like Ice Climbers coming back because that was a technical problem back in the Wii U one.
I'm excited because I used to main them.
I think. Do you think they'll bring back transforming characters like that though?
They might.
Because I remember one of the reasons I got rid of it was because it helped run online.
Right.
If you play Brawl and switch between Zelda and Sheik, that thing would chug. I don't know if they would do that. Speaking of which, also when the game is probably going to come out, I think it's going to come out in September because that's when their online launches. Mm-hmm. When you have to start paying for it, if I had to pay for online and it sucks like Brawl or Wii U did, I'm going to be pissed.
That's true.
Because it was one thing where I was getting for free. It's going to be a whole other thing I'm paying for it and it still sucks.
Hopefully it'll be good.
I'll throw some fits. But what about you, Jacob? What are 3 characters you're planning on?
I don't freaking know. I don't do Nintendo stuff. I hope that Cellar is in it because I think that'd be fun. Otherwise, I don't care.
Do you think Detective Pikachu is going to be in it?
I hope
he might get a costume.
I
bet he's going to get a costume.
He's going to.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. Like, if Pikachu's in there and he gets, like, a detective hat, that's cute.
I hope. So we see that Link's getting his Breath of the Wild. Probably his default. That's probably going to be his default, I think. I don't think they'd make that in the silhouette if it wasn't going to be his new default look. Mm-hmm. I hope Ganondorf not only gets the look, but the moveset of Hyrule Warriors. That Ganondorf design is not only dank, but would give him a whole new moveset that would actually be unique. What do you think they're going to do with Zelda? Do you think they're going to give her the Breath of the Wild makeover, or do you think they're going to stick to Hyrule Warriors? What do you think?
Low-key, I think they should bring in Skyward Sword Zelda.
That's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen, but I still want it.
Maybe they bring in, maybe they make another character from Breath of the Wild. One of the,
Ooh,
they could bring in Rivali.
They could probably bring in...
Probably their most popular one of them.
Rivali? The bird one?
Isn't he?
I wouldn't say that. No, he's definitely the least popular. I hate Rivali.
You hating him doesn't make him the least popular.
Yeah, he does. I'm the only one that matters.
I would say he and Prince Sidon or whatever are the 2 most talked about.
I see Mifa being the one that most talked about.
Really? I hardly ever see anyone talking about Mifa.
People on the subreddit really like her.
I don't follow Reddit because Reddit is toxic.
True. Very true. But
if you see him talking there, that's where most of the people.
That's what I use as my basis, though. So I could see one of them being playable. At the very least, being a assist trophy.
I see them. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forget about assist
trophy. Or just putting them into Breath of the Wild. I'm calling it Breath of the Wild now. Putting him into Link's moveset.
Yeah.
I can imagine Rivali's guest being his up B and stuff like that.
He still does the spin sword, but then Rivali shows up and lifts him up.
I can see that happening.
It would be pretty great.
I'm trying to think. What else could possibly be a big thing? Do you think an ARMS character might be in there? Was ARMS even...
That would make sense.
I would imagine ARMS will get some representation.
I don't know. I never played ARMS, but I hope...
can't imagine they won't put someone in. I think someone was talking. They'll either put Spring Boy or Ribbon Girl.
I hope it's Ribbon Girl because Spring Boy's boring.
Or they might put in Twintel because she's another of the face and she's waifu bait.
I love that one. I love that one picture where it says Nintendo, how are you gonna get all your money back? And it showed a picture of the Splatoon 2 girl, Marina, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Twintel and the girl from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Chocolate. No, I think again, I don't know how big ARMS was.
It's still a big deal. They're announcing more tournaments about it.
That's true.
They've been getting new content.
I think it's fun. I don't
it's a
play
fun
it all
game.
that often, but
I don't play it often, but I have it and I enjoy playing it when I do.
Do you think King K. Rool will finally make his way in?
No.
You don't think so? I don't think so either. I think people are a little in denial about that one.
What about Mario? Odyssey Mario?
They might bring his design in.
They might change his moveset up so that his over B throws the hat.
Throws his hat and
something I had seen considered.
And takes over other characters.
No,
and
just
that'd be fun though.
Make him dance.
It would be an interesting thing to
I can see Cappy being an item.
Yeah.
That you could pick up and throw and take over.
Oh yeah.
I could see that happening.
And then you make someone self-destruct.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to Professional Smash.
I'm trying to think. Do you think there's anyone they won't bring back? I don't think they're going to bring back Lucina, Dark Pit, or Dr. Mario.
a lot of the clones, I think they'll get rid of.
But we say that every time. I say that every single time, and they always do.
They normally get rid of the clones and just add new ones.
Yeah, true.
So we're not wrong.
I definitely don't see Lucina coming back out of all the clones. Lucina, I remember people being like, why?
I don't think Lucina will come back just because of Lucina, Martha, and Roy. They would bring back Martha and Roy.
Well, I hope they don't bring back Roy either. Roy was such a... I can't believe I spent money on that.
I don't think they need to bring back Roy. I won't be mad if they do, but I won't be mad if they don't.
The third-party characters. Do you think Sonic, Pac-Man, Mega Man will make all their way back? I think Sonic will for sure.
I think Sonic definitely.
Because they're pretty much buddy now.
I would like to see Mega Man back in with like a new moveset.
I think Mega Man has the least chance of coming back because Capcom hates money.
Yeah, true. They hate good
Well,
games
actually,
too.
I don't know. Mega Man 11 is also coming out later this year, so they might want to try to push that. That makes sense.
Hoping.
I think Pac-Man, Mega Man, and Sonic will probably all come back. Especially because Pac-Man, Namco, and Nintendo are buddies. Mm-hmm. Sonic obviously needs the advertising. And Mega Man 11 coming out, Capcom probably wants to push that. I can imagine them...
They'll definitely keep the original cast from the original Smash Bros.
I think most of Wii U is going to come back. I can't imagine too many of them going away. All of them are still pretty relevant.
Yeah,
They might like drop Wii Fit Trainer or something like that, but...
Oh yeah, Wii Fit Trainer.
But even still, they might...
I forgot Wii Fit Trainer existed.
She wasn't very popular, was she?
No.
She kind of dropped out of existence after a while.
She was popular because people like to make fan art of her.
Indeed, I did. I drew her...
Yeah?
I drew her petting her dog.
Wow.
Her duck hunt dog.
That's the most pure fan art there was.
And touching her tit, too.
Don't I'm
trying to think of else. Do you think Wolf will make his way back?
I would love to see Wolf back.
Thanks.
Do you think... I don't know. Star Fox is in a weird place right now. Because Star Fox Zero didn't sell good.
I think Fox will still be in.
Oh, duh.
But
he's one of the original 12.
I don't know if they'll put in any of the other characters.
I think Fox and Falco will come back. I don't know if... I would like to see Wolf back, but I can't think of any other character that would even fit.
Yeah.
At least nothing that's relevant anymore. Like, you could say Crystal back when Brawl came out or something, but besides that, I mean...
Slippy!
Slippy? Maybe. I mean, they can make a character out of Duck Hunt Dog, they can make a character out of anything.
Yeah.
True.
I'm trying to think. Maybe, any new Kirby representatives you guys want?
I bet they'll bring in...
Waddle Dee? Bandana D?
I want them to bring in Bandana D. Waddle Dee was always my favorite character in the Kirby games. Including Kirby. Don't judge me for this. I thought he was the best.
I could see them putting in Bandana D. I've always wanted, what's his name? I can't believe I just forgot. It was Meta Knight's, like, alter ego. The white one.
Yeah, I know
like
who you're
Giganite
talking
or something
about.
like that.
I know who you're talking about.
I remember really wanting him when Brawl came out, but I don't think he'd be relevant anymore. Bandana D's the only one I can think of that may be a choice. How about that spear user being a Kirby representative before a Fire Emblem character?
Man,
John.
shut up. Fight me, first off. I have heard someone trying to say that since there was like a big poll about popular Fire Emblem characters, that maybe they'll bring in Hector from...
It would be cool to have a
Fire
freaking Fire Emblem character that doesn't use a sword.
I know. I would love to see them bring in a non-sword using Fire Emblem character because there's a lot.
New character coming in, just a sword. A sword
it's
that floats
just
around.
the falchion from Fire Emblem. Get wrecked, nerds.
Just floats around.
I don't know. There's a lot of things I want for it. There's a lot of things I don't want.
Oh, you know what? I have one more character I want to predict. I want to predict Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Too bad.
Sakurai,
I'm predicting him.
Sakurai likes him some Kid Icarus Uprising, almost like he made it or something.
Wow, really?
And I could totally see Hades being a character in it.
Hades.
And going back to what you're saying, yes, I think they should bring back a story mode. I don't see that happening though because the game.
I don't think it will.
I mean, as much as however long you want to predict, they've been working on this. The only way I see a story mode happening is if it's a port.
Yeah.
And even then, that's kind of stretching it because Sakurai did not like what people did to his poor little subspace emissary.
I loved it though.
You loved it so much. Too bad you're a little boy who's not allowed to say his opinion.
Oh well, my
no
opinion
for
is
you.
that you suck.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want to add on about Smash Brothers or the Direct in general?
So excited.
There's a lot of people out there that are mad at the Direct because it didn't announce a
Pokemon.
big game. It didn't announce
and
Pokemon.
Smash was a big game.
People are like, yeah, it announced Smash, but it didn't announce...
But I wanted everything!
People are waiting on the Pokemon announcement, they're waiting on the Fire Emblem announcement, they're waiting on some other announcement, I'm sure.
I was so upset.
I know people who were genuinely upset and thought the Direct was terrible because it didn't give them either of those things. I'm like, what are you talking about?
E3 is also like not even like 3 months away.
Right. They're saving their biggest titles for E3. They gave you a look in the fact that they're doing Smash. They gave you information on... I know there's some niche titles in there, but they're pretty good titles. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, I definitely... the only thing I was slightly disappointed about the only thing I was slightly disappointed about was there's no Metroid Prime 4 news, but that's really looking... That's me just being a Metroid fanboy.
Yeah, I think there could be some Metroid Prime 4 news at some
E3.
point.
I hope so, E3, because
hopefully.
I need it!
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited for it. I still need to finish the original trilogy.
Well, at least the first game.
I finished the first one.
Oh, you're a good boy then.
Yeah, like, I finished the first one a couple times. It's really good. And I got the 100% thing or whatever.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. It's
Alright, well, thank you all for listening. Put your predictions and your will in the comments.
Bunch of Nintendo weebs.
Yeah, tell us who you want in Smash.
Do you think it's going to be Freddy Fazbear?
Or Billy Bogbear?
Or Ryan...
Have you had enough of those Freddy's...
Do you guys think Ryan Seacrest is going to be finally playable?
Oh, man,
Ryan Seacrest is the announcer.
I hope Batman's in it.
That'd be cool.
Lego Batman makes an appearance.
Where's my Nintendo Star Wars game?
I hope that Lion
Lego
King...
Star Wars is a thing.
Nintendo Star Wars. They said not Lego.
I hope Frozen is playable.
That'd be cool.
Like the whole cast of Frozen.
I
want the DVD copy of Frozen to be playable.
I want a Disney Smash game. All Disney characters.
Disney Smash!
I can see that. I'm pretty sure that probably exists.
It's just Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's just... we should do a Kingdom Hearts podcast later on.
No.
Man, let's keep doing podcasts over things I can't talk about.
Okay, Jacob's next topic will be Jacob's choice.
Oh, yes.
It will just be Jacob's life.
Yeah.
This is Jacob's life. I was born in a tree.
This is Jacob.
Yeah.
I was born in a tree.
Like,
My mother pulled me out of a tree and raised me in a potted plant.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway.
pretty sure I'm half possum.
Yeah.
She kicked me around the floor.
Shut up.
We can just do the podcast right now. Let's add it on to the last minute.
Okay,
All right.
go save yourselves.
Alright, thanks everyone for listening. Our next topic will be about Jacob's life and his will to live.
My will to live? I don't have any.
Oh.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Short podcast. Bye.